Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, this is part 2 of my Best in Beauty. I like to split these up. If you haven't seen the first part, you can click here and watch that. I like to split them up, like I said before, and also in part 1 because there's so many things that I want to share with you guys, so many things that I have really enjoyed and loved so much throughout this year that I feel like I need to break it up in categories to make it easier to kind of keep everything organized and just be able to get straight to the point with these products and kind of tell you why I love them. So we're doing eyes today. You guys know eyeshadow is something that I absolutely love. I love me some eyeshadow palettes. I buy them all the time. I use palettes all the time in my tutorials because they're just easy. They give you so many versatilities, so many different options, and that's what I love. I don't like to have tons of loose single eyeshadows where it's like it's all over the place. Palettes are just easier to organize. So I'm going to start with my palettes first, and then we'll go into like liner, brows, stuff, all that kind of jazz. So the first one that I'm picking up from my stash is the Viseart palette. This is the Color Theory in the shade Minx, and I love it. It is super dirty, as you can see. There's eyeshadow everywhere. I love these eyeshadows, and this is what they look like. Absolutely beautiful colors, beautiful formula, and excuse my nails, they are absolutely disgusting. It's time for me to do my nails. But anyways, the eyeshadows, they're so buttery, just so smooth. It's unlike any formula that you will ever use. It's just like, almost like they're kind of wet and creamy. It's just unreal, the colors, and these are secondary swatches, so from my finger to the back of my hand, as you can see, they're so potent and so bright, and just absolutely, let's get some wipes going here, absolutely beautiful to work with. The mattes, they blend out like a dream. I just love them. There's nothing I could say negative about them. I did recently, over the Sephora VIB sale in November, purchase the cashmere one, which is more cooler, and I love that one as well. But these are just, if you want to spoil yourself and buy yourself something that's more luxurious, this is where it's at. I love that. Too Faced Sweet Peach has definitely been a standout for this year for me. It just, oh, it smells delicious. I love the colors, love the formula, love the arrangement, love the packaging. Everything is so sweet about this. I love the ombre and the tones on the outside. Really great packaging, great for travel because it's a hard shell on the outside, so it's not going to get messed up. I love the colors. There's just nothing wrong with this. This is just beautiful. For some sparkly goodness, the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. These eyeshadow colors are just so beautiful. They are very sparkly, very beautiful. I like to use these just on top of my eyeshadows, and they make beautiful eyeshadow toppers. You can obviously use them on their own, but when I want a little bit of sparkle, when I'm feeling a little sassy, I like to kind of add a little bit of something to my eyes, and I've done lots of tutorials with these, so I won't kind of bore you with too much detail about this, but this is just really pretty. If you want to have something in your collection that is a bit sparkly that you can use from time to time to kind of give yourself something sparkly for the holidays, for New Year's, for your birthday, for a special occasion. This is one product that I would say is worth the investment because you have so many different options, and you don't have to have a ton of different products. You could just have this, and whenever you want some sparkle, just kind of dab into this, and it's pretty. I love the packaging. It's just beautiful. You guys know I love me the Tartelet in Bloom palette from Tarte. This has been something I have used the heck out of this year. I have traveled with this as well. I just love it. I have it upside down so I don't blind anybody with the mirror, but it's just your everyday colors. Very natural, nothing super bold and out of my comfort zone, nothing that's bright and crazy. It's just something that you can reach for and create very natural everyday looks for work, for school, for any occasion. I love it. Really great pigmentation. I just really love Tarte products. Really, really great. Okay, so the next one is the Jaclyn Hill palette that came out late summer maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But it came out this year, and it's just so beautiful. I use it for my holiday look this year. I just love it. I know people may have their issues and their gripe with, you know, products created by YouTube people, but you know what? All that aside, it's a really good palette. I really do think that she did a phenomenal job. The quality is really great. Mine is pretty disgusting and dirty, but I used some of these colors for today's holiday look that I'm going to be using for my Christmas party as well. But this is just really, really pretty. I don't have anything negative to say about it. The colors blend really great. They last all day. This is something that I thought was going to be a limited edition thing, but it's actually been restocked quite a bit of times. I do follow Morphe Cosmetics on their Instagram page and also Jaclyn Hill, so every time it comes back in stock or they're having any sort of sales or specials, They share it on there, so if you're interested in getting this palette, definitely check them out. So really, really good. Love that. I have to mention this one because honestly, this is like my baby. I have been using it every single day since I got it. I have had this for a little over a month now, and I cannot put this down. This is the Bare Minerals Hidden Treasure palette. I've done a couple looks with this. Mine is super disgusting, but it is absolutely beautiful. It is worth every single penny. I want to say it's 46-ish dollars. You get 18 eyeshadows. These are the ready eyeshadows from Bare Minerals. This is just, it's everything, and I will show you up close the colors. You guys can see very natural, very soft, everyday colors. There's nothing wrong with this. I can't say anything negative about it. The cool tones are beautiful. I used that for a tutorial as well. I used this color here. This one, let me read it correctly. The Queen Tiffany Matte, which is this shade here. I use that all the time for one shadow looks. I've used it 3 days in a row. I did the same look. And I usually do different eyeshadow looks every time because I like switching it up. But you know it's good when I do the same look 3 days in a row. And it's that Queen Tiffany eyeshadow on the lid or in the crease, lower lash line, you name it, it's good. They're just, let me just swatch some of these. I'm not swatching a lot of palettes because I want to get through this video, but look at that. Yes, Bare Minerals, give it to me. So good. Highly recommend that. Really, really good. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about some eyeliners, mascaras, things like that, and I'm going to breeze through these to keep these videos on the shorter side. For mascaras, should I do mascaras? No, let's do liners. I have a few. You guys know I love the NARS Larger Than Life in Via Veneto. This is what I use to tightline in every single tutorial, and I've been using it for a year. Hey, girly. My dog wants to get down. So the black eyeliner is just standard black. It's creamy. It stays in the waterline, doesn't transfer, doesn't smudge. Love this stuff. And if I'm reaching for a brown eyeliner, it's going to be the LORAC Front of the Line Pro. These are really good, very creamy. And I have like a nub going here, but I will show you how pigmented that is. And it's just a very light stroke that I've done here. Not pushing or pressing really hard. It's very creamy. You have a little bit of playtime, but once you put this on, it's not going anywhere. So if you're someone who struggles with eyeliner kind of fading or running off to do God knows what throughout the day, and you come home from work and you're like, well, where the heck is my makeup? Where's my eyeliner? You need one of these. Okay, so I do have another one that I use from time to time to tightline, and it's the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny. And this is just in the black shade. It's very, very thin, so it's good to tightline. I like to use this when I put on false eyelashes, which is not very often, because it's very small and I can get in there and conceal that band and kind of make it blend a little bit better with my natural lash line. So it's good to have something that's very thin and precise, so when you need it, you can reach for something like this. Really inexpensive from the drugstore. That's why I'm mentioning it, because when I need it, that's the one that I go for. If I want to add a little bit of brightness to my waterline, I don't do that very often. I always go in for the Wonder Pencil from NYX. Really inexpensive. I have it in the shade Light. And when you put this on, you can just create an instant open eye look. It makes you nice and awake. You can go on the inner corner with it. You can kind of clean up around your lip line with it. There's so many things that you can do with it, and I think that everybody should have a pencil that's very versatile like this for those specific reasons. You can probably use it as a base and blend it out with your finger before eyeshadow, which I have not done, but you could do that with this if you're interested in that. So I like it, and it gives me a kind of bright eye, kind of like a more lifted look to the eye sometimes, especially on those days where I'm not feeling so good or I didn't sleep very well. We've all had those days. You know, we're friends here. We can share this kind of stuff. So that's where you need to be if you need something like that, the Wonder Pencil. No need to spend a lot of money for something like that. Alright, for liquid liners, I'm going to show you the Lancome Grandiose. This is so old, and I've kept it for this video. I've had this for months. I bought this over the summertime, and it is not something I'm willing to put around my eyes anymore because it's expired. But this is a very cool liner. I will show you the applicator of it. It looks pretty disgusting. The formula is getting really dry and goopy, but that's the brush. Very, very thin and super easy. You can just lay it across the eye. Lash line, I should say. Lay it across the lash line, and it just sort of glides, and it does all the work for you. What's even cooler about this that's different from other liners is that you can bend the actual handle. So it's the bendable liner. So if you need help with, let's unscrew this here. If you need help doing the liner, you can hold it this way, like an angled, like bent liner brush, or you can just use it upright. So I think it's really nice. It's different. It's a little fancy. It's different packaging, and it's kind of fun to switch it up and see if it works for you. It is a little bit pricey because it's a Lancome, you know, it's a little bit of an expensive brand, but it's very good. Now, if you don't want to spend that price point, I want to say that was like 30 bucks. Oh. Maybelline Master Precise Curvy. This is available from the drugstore. Mine is so disgusting. Let's not show this cat. That's pretty ugly. This is the applicator. It's a marker tip. It's not a felt tip. It's not a brush tip. It's more of a structured marker tip type of liner where it actually is a bit firm, but somehow it's still very easy to glide. And although this looks a little bit different, the shape of it, it's very easy to hold, very easy to apply, very black, very rich, doesn't go anywhere, and it stays on, doesn't transfer. Sometimes some liners transfer to the upper lid area. This does not, so it works really well. And another one that I love is the Clinique Pretty Easy liner, and they call this Pretty Easy for a reason. It is the easiest liquid liner of life. Hands down, if you want a liquid liner that's easy to use, that you can do with your eyes closed, or if you've only got 5 seconds to just slap something on and make yourself look more put together, this is where it's at. It's a pen. It's very, very thin. I will show you the applicator on that one. Super, super thin, very inky, and it just goes on nice, rich, and black. It doesn't fade. It doesn't flake off. Sometimes when you go over the line to kind of fix it with some liners, it kind of lifts and flakes off, and you're like, what just happened? Like, seriously, what's going on here? But you go on with this, and it's just so easy. You can get a really nice thin tapered point in the inner corner, really close to the root of the lash, and kind of thicken it up. You can do a wing with this. Like, it's so easy, and that is why I don't use like lots of gel liners anymore. But I do have one that I like. It's the Maybelline one, and when I do gel liner, this is the one that I reach for. It's nice and black. This is a fairly recent new one because my old one got really dry, and it got old, and I wasn't going to use it around my eyes. So if I use gel, this is the one that I always have on hand. I don't buy gel liners from multiple brands. I don't try different formulas. I just stick with the Maybelline, and I always have one of those in my collection. But the Pretty Easy liquid liner is great. I also love the tattoo liner from Kat Von D, which this one from Clinique is pretty similar to that. And they're probably around the same price point. I think this is like $18 to $20, not that expensive. Love that. For my brow products, I'm going to just show you my brow pencils. It's the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. This is the triangular one. And then I recently, over the last couple months, have been using the Brow Wiz. I have enjoyed this one quite a bit. It's a very thin one. I use the medium brown shade. It's a perfect match with my hair color, which you guys know, it's the red tones, and I always, you know, kind of switch it up. Sometimes it's a little bit darker, a little bit more brown. I did more red, more vibrant this time around, and the medium brown works regardless of what tone of red I choose. It's very easy to apply. The brow definer is the one that's a bit thicker, the tip of it, so it's got that angle. And seeing that everybody knows about this at this point, but it's just an angle brow product, and it's so easy. Like, I can zip through my brows. My brows take me about 30 minutes a piece. And this just makes it so much easier. I use this one today, the Brow Wiz. It's just the tiniest point to a pencil. It's the easiest one to use for feather-like strokes to make your brows, to fill them in, I should say. Fill them in the sparse areas where you have made bald spots, because I have got a few from overplucking. And this gives me more hair-like because it's a bit thinner than using this one that's wider for that purpose. But love that. Okay, so for mascaras, for my lower lash line mascara, I've been using the Clinique High Impact Mascara. I've been using that for months and months. I had to throw it away because it was really old, and I don't have it to show you, but if you've seen my tutorials in the past, you know that's what I've been using. Love it. Doesn't smudge, doesn't flake. It doesn't make me look like I have a raccoon eye going on. I love using that for the lower lash line. And my mascara for the lower lash line that I have been using for a couple months now is the Clinique Lash Power Mascara, because it has a very small brush, and I will show you what that looks like. And it gets every single lash. I can get in there, wiggle it, and sort of kind of do one of these motions, wiggle at the root, and kind of pull it through, and not have to worry about smudging and getting it all over the place like you would with mascara wands that are a bit wider and just thicker. I like having a separate mascara. I know it kind of seems a little bit like I'm high maintenance, but this is what I've been doing, and I love it. So the High Impact is also really good, also by Clinique. So the biggest mascara discovery of the year for me, where I have just been loving it and I just keep coming back to it, is the Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara from L'Oreal. I have a video about this when this first came out like 5 or 6 months ago, and literally this is all I've been using since then. I have gone back to my OG Tarte mascara, which I have one to show you. that looks like this, the Tarte one. This is one of my favorites for 2016. This is really good. Really a great mascara, honestly. I would go back to that any day. But this, let's just talk about it. It lengthens, it volumizes, it gives you false eyelashes, it gives you lashes you never knew you had. It's thick, they're luscious, they look like false eyelashes, they don't flake, they don't smudge, it doesn't move anywhere, the formula. I've been trying one from Charlotte Tilbury that I like. It gives me a similar effect, but I will say that one smudges on me sometimes, and it's a mess. But this, I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to think about it. I can just put it on, 2 coats, and it's like I have a full fluttery look to my lashes, which I love. Makes my lashes look even longer. As you guys know, I do have long lashes, so sometimes mascaras can make my lashes way down or give me the look of 2 lashes when I do have quite a bit of them. This is absolutely incredible. I sent one to my sister because I love this so much. She lives in Hawaii, and I thought she's got to try this. So this is my second tube of this, and I'm about ready to purchase another one. This is probably the best mascara discovery of the year, and I've tried quite a few, and some of them have been okay, some of them have been not so great, and this one has been phenomenal. If you haven't tried it, definitely you have to try this, and it's like $8 or $9, available anywhere. It's incredible. Check it out. Alright, so that wraps up everything for the eyes. I was just kind of zip-zap through this video because I really wanted to get right to it and share with you guys my favorite products, my favorite eyeshadows. You guys know I love to do different eye looks and switch it up. I also like to keep everything really natural, and these eyeshadow palettes are incredible, and I feel like if you try any of them, you will love them and will not be disappointed with the quality and how they perform and last throughout the day. These eyeliners and brow products, that mascara, you guys got to try it. It is so good. It's something I highly recommend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out part 1, which is all of my face products. You can find it here. And it's also going to be listed down in the description box with the list of everything that I share with you in today's video. Thank you so much for spending some of your day here with me today. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you in part 3.